As we join together, we are part of the collective. We are all one. So we help to raise the vibration of the whole earth. And my journey has been a long journey in search of peace. And as Leslie said, I did travel on a spiritual journey from Colorado to Syracuse in search of peace. And it took 2 years for me to actually come in front of Chief Leon Shenandoah and listen to his words in the great law of peace. And also his words on teaching how to heal the collective and sustain the earth by coming together and giving thanks for every living thing under the sun, including the sun. And so the Iroquois believed that by saying this Thanksgiving dress before every meeting, every council, giving thanks to everything on the earth helps to sustain the earth. So I just wanted to share that, but I want to set the intention today, just heal myself, heal the earth. And that was an Algonquin prophecy for the earth that I heard at the United Nations. I did attend that with the Iroquois delegation and had an opportunity to listen to the prophecies of what is happening on the earth. And it absolutely changed my life to be aware of how connected all things are and the interrelationship of all things. So I learned so much from that it did change my life. And I made a commitment to myself that I would share many of the teachings. And one of them is about the medicine wheel. I taught medicine wheel teachings for each moon cycle for about 20 years here in Florida. And we also did drum circles. And the intention for this was to raise the vibration, but a very high-tuned teaching, high vibration teaching, followed by a meditation that helped everyone raise their vibration and become one. So our intention at this was to become one harmonic accord and of one mind, with the intention for peace on earth and sustainability, and helping ourselves heal. I'd like to backtrack a little. As Leslie introduced me, I was ordained in a healing ministry, and it was because I believe in healing, and I have had personal experiences that I'd like to speak a little bit about, because when we trust, we set the intention, we carry the high vibration of belief, of trust, of speaking the words that we want to come true, be fruitful in our life, and keeping a positive attitude. So that's what I wanted to say, that at one time when I was quite young, I had migraines every day, 24/7 for 7 years. And I finally turned to God and said, if you're real, please help me. And so it was all very spiritual and synchronistic. A little paper came along and I happened to open it and see that there was a clinic for people who had pain, and that a little spiritual healer was there just helping people. And I jumped in my car and drove 3 hours to the clinic because I believed in what I heard. I believed healing was possible. So he prayed for me, and I was immediately healed for the first time in 7 years. I didn't have that pain. And it changed my life. Once again, I turned to him and said, I hope that one day I'll be able to help people and heal the suffering of humanity. So this has been my passion, and it's taken different directions as I I'm weaving together Christianity, Native American spirituality, and metaphysical understanding and quantum physics. And at this time, I'm working with the golden light force. When I was young, I was handed a book. It was a red book, and it had a gold label on it that said the golden force. And I read it, and it was all about how we think and our vibration, and that as we think thoughts of a high vibration, I don't know, I had an energy spiral. I kind of wanted to show that our thoughts are either positive and we are going upward toward eternity and peace and love, or our thoughts are negative and going downward in the spiral toward entropy and decay and disease. So after knowing that healing was possible because I believed in it, another example is my little dog was run over by a car and the bumper was completely bent. And as she lay in the road, I went to her and I put my hands on her and said that I did a prayer for her, and I did Reiki on her, and she just calmed down so I could get her in my car and take her to the veterinary hospital in Largo. It was an emergency nighttime clinic. And so when they looked at her, they didn't know if she would live through the night, and that she probably would have to have wheels, that her spine was damaged, her legs were out of the sockets, they were all crumbled. And I just loved her so much. I just said to her, if you want to live, I'll help you. I'll do everything that I can. And so she made it through the night. And then a few days later, I was sitting in the waiting room waiting, and I just started praying and sending Reiki. And I was asking the question, God, can you see the little white dog? And I saw an eye, and I heard the eye of God sees the little dog. And then I just started sending energy and praying for her, and suddenly I saw what looked like the veil or the train that Jesus had that went from heaven to earth. And I knew just touch the train and she will be healed. But then I saw an x-ray, and it said there's a new x-ray, and I looked, and her legs were in the sockets, her body was straight, she was laying down, but everything looked good. So I was crying because I knew that my vibration and energy of love moved the universe to heal my little dog. So when I went in, she was laying down, but she was straight, everything was good. And so I went home, and in the morning I got a call from the clinic that I should come right in. The vet wanted to see me, and he came running in with a new x-ray, and he said, look, we don't have to do surgery. She can go home. So it took some time for all of the healing to take place, and Reiki and just working on her spine, but her legs were in the sockets. And the last thing to heal were her paws, the nerves at the end. So that was another miracle, and that came from a high vibration of integrating myself with the divine. And so today I'd like to talk also about, at the Shaman Conference in 1983 in Europe, they came to a consensus is that if man does not heal while he's here on the earth, he will not be able to graduate and evolve. And so they sent out the call, and it was called the Cry of the Earth. And this prophecy of heal yourself, heal the earth was born from that seed. And then the tribes from around the nation came together to give their prophecies on what they thought could be done to help heal man and the earth. So it started bringing my awareness to working with the whole person, the whole of everything that is integrated, so that we begin to see that there's much more. There's more than just what we can see in third dimension. And so when we learn to, alchemy is about raising the vibration of the lower human nature to the higher divine nature. And when we can do that, when we can raise our vibration to the higher divine nature, then we become one with God, we become one with the universe and all that is, and we become one with our soul. So this leads me to talk about soul retrieval and how, working with the medicine wheel, I began to get, the way I learn and the way I've always been instructed is the direct link. And Spirit will give me downloads or automatic writing, and that's how I've been educated and instructed. And in my soul retrieval, when I'm working on a client, everything begins with creating sacred space. So even today, right now, I want to call in the direction of the north and the ancestors, and also the element earth to the east. I want to call in the element air. I want to call in eagle, and it's a place of new beginnings. To the south is the place of the element fire, and it's also a place of brotherhood and unity. So the fire represents purification and burning away the old that we no longer need, and just purifying everything, which is what the golden light force does. It purifies everything, heals everything. And that can be found in the 8th dimension, and that's the place of the soul. Is when you go up the chakras, the 8th chakra is the soul chakra. So as shaman, my work has been to help a person get in touch with their feelings. And if they have pain in their body, or if they have trauma, or we're a victim, feel like a victim, have the mindset of a victim. If a person has a mindset of a victim, then we continue to create that reality, because the vibration is in that place of feeling unworthy. It's a low, dense vibration. And so my job is to help that person get in touch with the feeling. Why did you come to me? What is your mindset? What is your feeling? And as we begin, we go, we do the ceremony and bringing all the 4 directions together and creating that sacred space. And then the shaman goes in the center and can travel the dimensions to find out what the client needs. And also to find that part of the soul that fragmented when something happened that was traumatic. And if at any time, it can do an imprint on your DNA and on your energy system, and it can cause blocks. So mostly I work with people who don't remember things that happened when they were so young. They don't have a conscious memory of it. So the shaman goes into the 0 point in the center of the circle and can travel the different dimensions. By adjusting our vibration to that dimension, we can step into that dimension. So working with the client, I go down into the unconscious mind, down into Mother Earth's Garden of Eden, where all the roots of things are found, but it's also in the heart. It's the heart of your mindset. It's the heart of your being. And so we go, I am the guide and you follow me. And we go and we hear the story of what happened to you. And then I ask you to, and then you understand how that affects you today. What is the feeling? And I have you locate that feeling on your body and give it a color. And the color can have vibration. The feeling has a vibration. We can locate the feeling, maybe of being abandoned, maybe sexual abuse as a young child, feeling like a victim, unworthy, unloved, unlovable. And so, see, these are roots that I have to pull out, and sometimes they're deep. But as the person feels these things, and I work on them with a golden light energy, the things and sound, I use the rattle, and so it loosens these roots, and I cut the cords. I cut the cords that feed this shadow of a person. There's cords just like umbilical cords that feed this mindset that is negative, that is downward flowing in entropy and disease. So what is not dealt with consciously becomes illness in the body, and psychologists are supporting this hypothesis that when we don't heal, when we don't feel, when things become stuck, the vibration just cannot rise. It just continues down and goes into the physical body where you actually become ill. So when the client can locate the pain or the feeling and give it a color and bring it to conscious thought, that's the beginning of the healing process. And then I use the golden light, and I use cutting cords to undo these umbilical cords that are feeding the illusion and that are feeding the shadow. And when I blast the golden light force, which is really the energy of the soul, the golden light, everything is healed. All the past cell memory is healed. Our vibration together rises to at least the 8th dimension. And so when we vibrate that high, everything gets healed. Everything is healed. So much of what I'm talking about is that healing is possible, but that now we are being asked at this time to take steps to heal ourselves, to learn how to raise our vibration, to learn how to treat our whole body. And as we begin to integrate ourselves and become whole, we raise our vibration and we come to the awareness that we are one. Dr. Samuel Lee said that when we can integrate at that level with our soul, then we can graduate this 3rd dimension lower vibration. And we can go past the 4th dimension also, which is still not eternal life. It's an astral field. So to get to the 5th dimension, we have to graduate from this 3rd dimension and the 4th dimension into the 5th dimension. And that's where we have the awareness of oneness consciousness. And as we integrate, as we heal the whole. We heal everything. And that's what ascension, that's what our intention is. Heal myself, heal the earth, heal the whole, so that we can all ascend to the 5th dimension. And that is the dimension of heaven on earth. And it's the law of oneness consciousness.